So I got an appointment for my client out in New Orleans. It's about 250 users for a university. They're looking into some managed service providers right now, and I happened to catch him at the right time. So I got that set up for later this week, and excited for my client Anthony to get on the call with him.
Got an appointment for my client in Indiana today, and it was with a company, and it was with the IT director, and he did most of the things there himself, but he was actively looking for some networking help, which of course we'd be able to help out there. And then he was open to learning a bit more about us. It's just him, so he wanted to see what else we were capable of, see if we can fit it anywhere else, be an additional resource to him. So set up a meeting to have him talk to my owner, and that one was about 30 employees, so it's definitely a good size, so we're looking forward to that one. And then I also got another appointment for that same client in Indiana, and this one was someone I've been talking to for a while, and last time I talked to him it was going downhill to see him with his other managed service provider, and then when I called him today he was actually just trying to figure out how to cut ties, can't even figure out how to cancel with them. So set a meeting the next couple of weeks and see if we can jump in there and help out. So that one was 15 users, so right in our wheelhouse too.
I was calling for my client in North Carolina, and I've been trying to get a hold of this company, and they finally picked up, and it's new owners, just got bought out, and they don't have any IT in place, so they're open to have a meeting with my owner, and I set that meeting up for next week, and they have 4 users, and he said growing, and then he's going to need help with a bunch of other stuff there, so should be good.
I got an appointment this morning for my guy up in Pittsburgh. It was kind of funny. It was like my 9th call in there. I was putting it in suspend just because I called it too many times. The guy actually picked up. We had a really good conversation. They're currently just under contract. He's the financial coordinator there. They work with an MSP with about 25 users, 1 physical server on premise. We're just going to talk about price. He's really curious to see what else is out there. See, they are getting the best deal. They made a change of IT companies probably a good couple of years ago just for the price alone. So maybe if we do come in a little bit lower, maybe we can grab it, but also maybe if they're not performing to the level they're looking at, that might be warranted to pay a little bit more for a better IT service. The conversation's going to be next week. Again, 25 users, full MSP, 1 physical server on premise.
I got another one for my Canadian client this morning. It's with a group of companies. It's 20 different locations, around 500 users. They bid out this time of year who they work with for vendors, different aspects, and it's a meeting with my president, their IT manager, their CFO, and another C-level person that's going to be in on the meeting. So it should be productive. It seems like they want to make some moves and kind of definitely see what we have to offer and have a good conversation. So it's an exciting one.
Yeah, so I left a voicemail for a practice manager at a gastroenterology office a couple days ago. She called me back when I was in the car, actually, and she said, yeah, I was giving you a call back because we hate our current company and we're looking to make some changes. We have our own data center dedicated for the healthcare industry. We help out a lot of practices. So we're meeting with her in person next week to show her some of our success stories. She's ready to change. We work with a lot of healthcare practices, being one of our specialties. So it should be a really good opportunity. She wanted to make sure that she started this process earlier with us because their contract's up in February. So there'll be plenty of time to have some at-bats with her and get her proposal, and hopefully we can get her to switch towards that time. Voicemails are really key. You don't get a lot of callbacks, but when you do, they're ready to get things started. So it was a really good one. And then I set one up that was New Jersey, and then I set one up for my Sacramento client. About 600 users, pretty big healthcare practice. The IT director hasn't outsourced before, but he has a lot of projects that he would need supplemental support for. Things like he wants some penetration testing, some backups with mitigation and other onboarding with new employees. So it should be a good opportunity just to show him what we could do if we might be able to offer him some supplemental support, at least be a back pocket resource for him in the future. So that's going to be for next week. So a couple of good ones today, not too bad.
So got an appointment this morning for my client in Kentucky. It is with one of the county water districts. It's about 8 users, so pretty small, but the manager was willing to meet. They're working with a company, and price is kind of their main concern. They want to make sure that everything that we do really ties in with their system, and it's something that's they've looked at in the past. They've looked at switching, but the company that they were looking at before wasn't able to meet the standard of everything that they already have set up. So hopefully it's a good meeting. It's set for next Wednesday, and we're going to go in, show them what we can do, and hopefully there's a good fit.